How you doing?
Hi.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
What's up, Random
good.
Reason?
How you guys doing?
Hey.
Good, good.
Okay,
Thank you for
okay.
joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. Sorry to
Yes.
turn this light.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Y'all know what it is. It's the Homeboys Conversation in collaboration with Dating 101 Card Games. To the bottom with the white shirt, we got Miss Siobhan Carter, the publisher, the life coach, the future therapist. She's all in one. The author, she done published about 8 books. At top, we got Game Up T, the world's best trainers. If y'all haven't seen his life-changing transformations of some pictures of some people he really trained, trust me, they awesome. At the bottom, I'm going to let Miss Siobhan Carter introduce our guest for tonight.
Yes. So we have Miss T from the Singles Pop Up group. So I just connected with her a couple of weeks ago, and so we have some exciting things to share with you all. But Miss T, is there anything that you want to say to let the people know a little bit more about you?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Tanya, with owner and founder of Singles Pop Up, also Couples Pop Up. So I host events for singles, for that, instant or intimate connection all over the DMV. And then Couples Pop Up, we're just jumping off with a new event coming up with some dancing and so forth, connecting as well. So started it, how it is being single.
Yeah.
On these apps with these crazy people. And I was like, you know what, let's take it back to, back when you used to meet people, casually at parties and going to the grocery store, just that, organic connection. So that's what I'm all
Yes.
about.
Nice. Well, we
Okay.
appreciate you
Yes,
joining
I
us. So
appreciate you inviting me.
we have some
So
questions that we're going to go through. So Reggie is going to be facilitating this discussion, and then we want to share, what we have coming up as well.
Yes.
Okay. So let's get straight into it because, like I said, Instagram been cutting us off lately at an hour. So we're going to get straight into it. First question, and we're going to start with you. What's your name again?
Tanya.
Miss Tanya. Miss Tanya, when going on a first date, if you do not feel any sparks, would you continue to date the person?
Of course not.
Just that simple. They done.
We can get through these questions real quick. Get this hour in. No. I mean, of course, when you go on a date, you're getting to know the person, right? And so if it's really any spark, then you can't force it. Now, and you have to be honest with yourself. Okay, why isn't there a spark? Is it because I'm closed-minded, or there's something that I need to work out? Or, it could be a number of things, but I wouldn't drag it on and on and on if it's not there.
Okay. Miss Siobhan?
I feel the same way. I wouldn't be interested because I need to feel something, initially, that first interaction. So if I'm not feeling anything, the conversation is dry and it's just you're giving me nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't be interested in another date.
Why you laughing?
Because I know this ain't gonna be just that simple.
No, it is. No, it is just that simple. What is it? See, okay. I think I would probably go on maybe 2 more dates just to give them a chance, because the first time they might have been nervous or something like that, and that might have made me not feel the spark, maybe, anything like that. So I probably go on maybe a 2nd or a 3rd date, and if that doesn't go well, then I just gotta let it go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and free myself like Fantasia.
Go ahead and free yourself.
Oh, that's her girl right there. With me, I feel like with T, it all depends on how we met up. Like, because sometimes people try to get a quick meetup just to, interact with somebody, and y'all, it's real quick, short. You're trying to get away from those, like I said, those nervous energy. So I may give up a 2nd date and really sit down and have a conversation. Now, if I don't feel any sparks to a conversation, it's a no for me. I am what they call when you're attracted to sapiosexual. Like I have to be attracted to your mentality. So if that don't give me any type of attraction, it's a done deal. It's a done deal.
Great.
Okay.
Before you go on, let me just say this. Again, I said this a long time ago, but I love that shirt. I still need to give me one of those shirts right there.
The homeboys conversation.
Yeah. All right, we going on. I just had to say that though.
We gotta get some new people. We done kick 2 people off.
Yeah.
That's a throwback Thursday shirt.
It is. It definitely is. This week, a young lady, a settlement has came down for a young lady. She sued her former job because she got fired over an Instagram post. Now, in the post, she actually had 2 different posts. One of them, she called her actual supervisor a dick, and the next one, she called them a scumbag. Like, she ended up suing and actually won the suit. So, my question to you, Ms. Siobhan, should jobs be allowed to terminate you based off of what you post on social media?
I think it depends on the type of job that you do. So, so if it's a job where you'll be representing the company and interfering with their money and messing up their brand, then absolutely you should be fired. Yeah, because it's, you're not representing the company well. So it just depends. What kind of work did she do?
She worked at a paramedic. She was a paramedic, and she was saying how they were running everything. It wasn't running in the order that she thought it should have been. But we know how people get in certain jobs where they just feel like they should be the boss and they throw everything. But yeah. Miss Latanya?
Mm-hmm.
Is your name Latanya? Because I know I just said that.
It's Tanya. You can call me T. Most people call me T.
I'm gonna call you T, because I get to call you.
Call me T. My mother wanted to name me Latanya. My dad named me. So there you go.
Okay.
2 things. I'm old school, so social media wasn't even around. But you always wanted to represent yourself in a professional manner, especially if you're working in that corporate America, right? But at the same time, what you do on your own time, your own business. So this person specifically, their name and what they did and their material, whole thing. Unless she was doing that, yes, she should have won that suit, because who brought that to their attention? Right?
Yeah.
You got to dig a little deeper, because are you monitoring me? And did I sign a waiver? Did I sign something that said I am a representation of, I'm the property of this business, and therefore my professional and private life is under a microscope, and I will be subject to, like do testing, like they do drug testing. Did she sign something that said that? Right? So that's probably why I won the suit. Right. Is because she probably didn't sign anything that was remotely close to that, and therefore
that's a good point. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See,
they basically nipped it in the bud. I mean, they said exactly what I was thinking. And look, for all y'all out there, as far as your job knows, you don't have social media. Exactly. How about that? They shouldn't even know you have a social media. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Not even your coworkers, because they're your coworkers, not your friends. All right, that's how you get caught up like that.
Told on her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They had that too.
Somebody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody definitely. I think it depends on, like Siobhan said, what type of job you have. Mm-hmm. Because certain jobs, certain stuff that you say on social media, it can be reflected on you. Like if you're branding something and things of that nature, it's a reflection of them. Let's talk about like when it comes to athletes. Athletes, you are supposed to have a certain type of image. You're supposed to look a certain way, act a certain way, carry yourself a certain way. So if yours, say that again.
They also sign contracts that their person, they
are a brand.
Is the brand. So so they know that going in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when it comes to them, that's understandable. Now on the flip side, even in that case, if you're working a job and you say something that seemed to be harmful to the job, even if you haven't. Let's say you work as a bank teller, and you on social media, you mention like, man, it'd be tempting not to touch some of this money that I be going through. Now, right then and there, like, because a lot of people keep thinking, ain't nobody looking at me, ain't nobody, I'm just a bank teller, like, but to say something like that, at this point, I do need to be like mindful. Do I really want this guy counting this money out? Like, so it really depends on what you say and what type of job you have. But also, like you said, if they sign contracts based off of, listen, your image is everything to us, like this is what we're marketing, your image, then yeah. But if not, like me, I'm a bus driver. If I talk about how bad the routes is and how bad the employees is, listen, I'm still driving this bus. I don't see that being the issue. Like,
you might not be a bus driver in the morning if this happens. You gotta be careful.
That's why I got union representation. I ain't your image.
Right. So wait, so I just want to say, hey Jesse. Jesse said, hey y'all. Irie says I block everybody. And hey, Big Fancy E8. Hey, Big Tokyo. Some of our AO. Some of our regulars are in here.
Trusted.
Hey,
Okay. Next question. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. We was having a conversation. He was trying to buy some dating one-on-one cars, just in case people haven't got it. He didn't know how to order it. So as he's going on social media, on Instagram, he keep trying to order it. He's like, Reggie, man, you don't be on this type of stuff. Just bring it to me. And I made a joke about how he was so antisocial. And he laughed, we laughed it off, but then at the end, he was like, well, Reggie, truthfully, I'm not antisocial because I don't be on social media. It's more about, personal interaction. If you want me, I need to see you, hang out with you, this, that, and the third. So my question to you, I'm going to start with you, T. Do you think social media is making us more or less sociable?
It's making us less sociable.
Both of them.
Both of us.
You go.
I'm gonna call you Tom.
I think it's making us less. Making us less social. It's making us lazy. You know what I'm saying? Why do I have to go out and meet this person face to face when I can just see everything I want to see about them or what they portraying on social media? This day and age, everybody want to do everything easy and fast. So I feel like it's making us a little lazier.
Yeah.
Go ahead, T. Now you could go, little T.
Miss T.
Miss T.
No, I have to agree with you, Big T. Yeah. It's made us.
Please don't encourage him.
Well, because if you think about it, we don't get to know people. It's all about what you post and how many likes and the Instagram and Facebook world of bait and switch, because all of that ain't always going that way. It's so we're just not connecting, and I think that's why I started Singles Pop-Up. To like, hey, let's get back to face to face. Let's look each other in the eye. Let's feel each other's energy, because I don't know your energy if I'm looking through a screen like we're doing. Mm-hmm. Like we got a little bit of energy going now, but if I was trying to be involved with someone, I want to be in your face. You know what I mean? Just feeling you and talking to you and understanding. You can't figure out who a person is through text, right? You got to talk to them. Yeah. You got the dictation. You got the your excitement in your voice, or you know what I mean. You only can feel that if you're actually talking to the person.
Yeah. Siobhan,
what was the question?
Is social media making us more or less sociable?
I think it's making us social in a different type of way, because I think you still can have connection on social media. Like people have communities and stuff like that. Art of communication is being lost, though. Like verbal communication is being lost, and just how to act around people, like socially. So I think that could be lost with just staying virtually. So I think you can still be social on social media, But I think it just depends. Like some people use all the shorthand, with the texting and that kind of stuff, and you're not spelling things out anymore. So it's just the communication, I think, is the biggest thing that's missing.
Can I say something, Rez, before you go? I feel like it also could be misleading, because if you think about it, if you connect with somebody on social media, we're more inclined to talk more and say more through text or through the social media. But what if you meet them and now they all closed up and quiet and everything?
Yeah.
Because they're not as brave on the when you're right in front of each other than when you're behind the screen. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think it's a hindrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a great place for introverts because you can type and say everything that you want to say without the physical or personal interaction, like in person. So it's like, hey, let me just say all this stuff, and then when I get near you, it's just like clear my throat out.
I agree. Go ahead. Oh, I thought you was finished. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna read the comments, but I forgot you didn't go. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh. But I agree with what most of y'all said, because I told somebody the other day, I said, I don't know your birthday. If we're not like really good friends, I don't know all these birthdays. There's a lot of people's birthdays I wait into social media because it's like it's programmed in my head to see that post and not actually program it into my mind that I've been sending this person a birthday shout out for the last 10 years and still don't know what date it was. Like, I remember when somebody would give you a number, and if they just call it out to you, you probably wouldn't remember that number. But if you had to kind of do it on your own and dial it, eventually you would start remembering. So I think it's taking away some of the genuineness, and it really is making us antisocial more than social. Now, social media has a benefit because you can reach more people at such a short time. Just like this, you can achieve your goals in a different manner that we didn't have back in my days, or like Ms. T say, old school. So it has its benefits, but it also has its disadvantages. Siobhan, what they said in the comment?
So Ari says less sociable and lazy. Ari says facts, Ms. T, energy. And then Ari says, well said, Big T.
Yeah. I always say smartphones made us dumb because when you were younger and you knew your grandmama's number, you knew your mama's number, you knew your mama's work number, you knew if anything happened, you could call somebody because those numbers were here. Now, if my phone died and I can't get to the cloud, I don't know nobody's number. I don't, right? So then you pay, because then you be like, oh my God, what's my password to Facebook? I can send them a message. Remember that? Like we are just so lazy and so much reliance on the technology to speed everything. I call us the microwave.
Miss T,
instant.
I think you moving back and forth is cutting your voice in and out.
Well, I'm sorry.
Is it just my phone?
It may be. Do you have it propped up on?
No, I heard it.
You may have to lift it up because it may be blocking.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like when you talking, it's going in and out.
In and out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
We like the microwave people now, like instant. Like I don't remember phone numbers is in my phone. I don't remember dates is in my phone. Oh, Facebook will remind me this so-and-so's birthday. We used to know that. I used to mail birthday cards. Yeah. Right?
Thanks, Josh.
Because I knew people's birthdays. Now, birthday. So,
at all. Not at all. Yeah. Arnique says smartphones definitely made us dumb.
It did.
It did. It really did.
Okay. So what happened? I was listening to the radio station one day, and they was clowning one of the radio jockeys. It was a female. She had fired her nanny. She fired her because she was too pretty, and she did not want her to be around her husband. So the next question is, Siobhan, if you had kids or maid or anything like that, would you fire somebody based or not hire them based off of how they look if they were going to be around your mate by themselves. And on the flip side, T, in the same, you know, thing, if you were hiring like a maintenance man or like a guy that puts up TVs, fixer up, and you leave out for work, but he has to come and do all these things. Miss Siobhan, you go first.
Yes, that would be a factor, and no, I would not hire her because you know I want
That
somebody older, a little older. I don't want her with her BBL all around my man. Not to say I don't trust him, but I don't want to put it right in his face. Like every day you watching our baby, like that's just, no, thank you. I don't feel comfortable. I feel like the older you are, the more wisdom. My grandmother was a caregiver for children, so I feel like we would need an older woman that's lived a little while, and she would know how to take care of the kids. Mm-hmm.
So, but you make it seem like you only basing it on education. It's just that it looks correct.
It's both.
Listen.
It's both.
Listen, Boris Kojo better not come through my door talking about he want to lay some pipe
There you go.
and fix some plumbing and all that. I need Bookman to walk through the door. Y'all seen Good Times? I need Bookman walking through the door. Not Tyson Beckford and all these other mothers. None of them. Usher and all them. Hell no. Y'all not fixing nothing in this house. I will YouTube it and try to fix it myself before I hire you. Yeah, watch this. Hell no. Watch the day get on. Nah. Hell no. Bookman, Buffalo Butt, where you at?
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Miss T.
No, we don't even have to talk about this no more. It's already been said. No, absolutely not.
I'm on the flip side. I guess I'm on the opposite. I don't have a problem with it. In my opinion, I just feel like I feel like anything that happens, she had to initiate it. So it wasn't, you know, because he would have to feel fearful that she was telling her husband. Like, I want to see him when we walk through the door. Oh yeah, man, mount that TV right there, blah blah blah. My wife will still be in here, you know, this, that, and third, but you know, everything good, you know, don't worry, I'll be back at such stuff if you're done, you know, she'll pay you, blah blah blah. You know, come. I need to see you, and I feel like she would have had to be the one initiating, and I would feel like at this point I was in a no-win situation because she is obviously cheap. Because if he got to realize if I say something wrong to her, I'm about to get fired.
Listen,
like, it have to be in that situation. It's just
he's gonna mount something. I don't think it's gonna be no TV. He's gonna show mount something. What time you say you be back? I was good enough.
Then that means she was the one who initiated. Because I know a guy that's sitting there trying to mount this TV, especially if this is his job.
Man, look, the TV not plugged up. You know how you can see the reflection on the screen of the TV when it's all black? Imagine this. He climbing up the ladder, mounting the TV, and he see your wife walking around or whatever, looking all nice. He just, hey, you need me to fix something else? You know what I'm saying? I heard you and your husband had a little argument a little bit before we left. I had a little disagreement. You need to shoulder the crown. I'm also a psychiatrist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you better watch it.
I don't know.
He got the whole.
Right.
Yeah. He didn't visualize. I can't see. I'm not a jealous person when it comes to that. That's just not me. I'm not a jealous. If you're gonna drop this winner to get with this chicken dinner, then go ahead. But I just can't. I'm just not jealous like that.
Not learn the winner for the chicken dinner.
Oh my God.
What they saying in them comments, man?
Oh man! So Ari said them older women know how to take care of them too. Y'all ever watch Iyanla and them men be crying on her breasts? Big Tokyo says right. Big Tokyo says, "How about no? It ain't no Lifetime movie over here, right?" And Shay, what's that? Hey Shay. Shay said, "Bro, Ray, you a true old head."
I am.
I finally got my hands free. Okay, you can join us, Big Tokyo. Yes. So.
Yeah. So again, even though we're talking about social media. One thing that happened on social media, one of my favorite movies also was Indecent Proposal. That's one of my favorite movies. But also a guy walks up, they at the carnival, he walks up and he, with the guys with the little outside, I guess, a microphone. And he asked the guy, he said, this your woman? And he's like, yeah, like, how long y'all been together? They was like, 2 years. He said, now, I would give you $10,000 in cash if you let me give your girl a kiss. Now, this is a 2 or 3 part question. The question is, one, depending on who's asked, like what flip side, depending on if you the person they asked to get a kiss or vice versa. One, would you let your mate? 2, if you were the one on the flip side, would you want your mate to? And 3, would you want your mate to go ahead and accept this? And 3, how would you feel if your mate decided? Miss T, how would you feel?
Y'all ever see that thing on social media where people walking and saying, let's get to that money, let's get to that money? I'd be like, $10,000. I'd be like, show me the money first. Let me make sure you got it. Okay, boo, do your thing, girl. Do your thing. Because we about to go shopping. We about to go shopping. Just for a kiss?
Just for a kiss.
Man, please. Give me my 10. Let's do it.
So basically on the flip side, if the guy came up and your man said no, what would you do?
I asked him if he lost his damn mind. That's it. That's it. I mean, he's standing right there. Ain't like we going somewhere like Indecent Proposal. They actually slept together where they had to leave. No, you talking about a kiss. Okay, I need to know how long is it going to require other than just a peck. I need to know the terms of agreement before I commit. Because we about to get 10,000. You got 5, I got 5. Let's do that. Just saying.
T, little big T, I guess.
Man, listen, I'm gonna let her do it. That's $10,000, and I can make jokes about it later. We could be in the car. I could be like, remember that time you was out there selling yourself for money? Remember that time?
Or you can brag and say, my baby's mouth is worth $10,000.
Hey, that's true too. That's even better. I'm definitely letting her do it. Go ahead. If she disagree, I gotta break up with her.
Hold up, but T, what if she's with you and the woman did that beyond? She said, no, babes, I don't feel comfortable with this.
I don't care what she feel comfortable with.
I'm just saying.
They don't even gotta ask her. I'm gonna kiss this lady. You gonna get in your feelings. I'm gonna take you out, go shopping, buy you some nice things. You gonna get over it. It's just a kiss. Get over
it. Miss Siobhan.
So Josh made a good point. This monkeypox. This was before monkeypox.
It's always one. It's always one. This is a hypothetical. Always one person.
Money. Right. As long as I can see the bag, if the money is in there, let's get it. Both of us, like, it's non-negotiable. Let's go.
So, okay, if the dude say, nah, you can't do it.
Listen, this not about you right now. I'm going to get it.
It's either you getting 5 or you get none.
Right. Exactly. I'm the one doing the work. Right.
You told me I'm the one doing the work.
I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I wasn't going to split that half and half. I was not.
You was keeping all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it out. She not gonna have that. I'm dealing with the emotional damage of seeing that, and he's probably recording it for YouTube, so that's gonna be in the archives forever. And people gonna be like, "Oh, that nigga clown, this, that, and the third."
Wait, please. So you saying if she kissed him, you still taking the money?
Yeah.
You pimping her. You don't pimp the work.
You ever see a pimp give his money to Yeah, no. He get her what she need.
So
I'm
if
a pimp
she
now. Once that happens, I'm a pimp now.
so,
Basically.
but let me say this. So if a woman did that for you and gave her the $2,000, what is you looking for?
She not gonna touch the money. I'm gonna grab the money.
This chauvinist crap. She did the money. She
Yeah.
supposed to get the money.
All right, look. If she do that to me, that's cool. Just get me out the way. Give me whatever. Buy me some stuff. And all that. I'm gonna be
Just
good.
buy you a PS5. Get your
Yeah,
PS5
I need a PS5. I'm trying to go on a trip. And maybe, a couple outfits or something.
She gonna get him a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw that in her ass. She better not get no damn Nintendo
That's
Switch.
hilarious.
Oh my god. Oh my
Oh
god.
man.
God, that's funny.
Yeah.
Reggie, what you doing?
Oh, we taking that 10,000. I ain't gonna lie. I be lying like I be lying like man, I'm the one with morals. Nobody can't buy me and all that. One way or another, like I said, I feel like Miss T. Either you get half or something.
That's
I
right.
don't know about half. Either you get something or nothing.
Yeah.
If you feel conflicted, Reg, just call me. I'll give you advice. Take the money. Take the money.
$10,000, like yeah, like. But I'm with Miss T. I need to know the terms. I need to know what's going on. I need to know how far we go. I need to know everything. Yeah, I need
know
the money. I need
You said a pimp.
yeah, and they might have to put the deposit down just to be sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold up, and regardless what the person said, even now with monkeypox, we gonna get that kiss up. Yeah, let me look at your face. Make sure I don't see no blisters all on your face.
I mean,
all right, let's go.
Maybe run over to CVS and get some Listerine and some.
Yeah.
So as soon as I finish, I'm. Shoot.
What they saying in the
so
comments?
Ironica says, "Kiss where though?" She said, "Kiss and booth." Big Tokyo says, "Right, 2 T's show the small print." Book a trip at least. T. Ari says, "Book a trip." T.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man.
So the scenario, I didn't get it, but I got to paraphrase it. What happened was the individual raised met a woman with some kids. The father was an absentee father for majority of the kids' life. The man helped raise the kids, even helped pay for the wedding. 2 years before the wedding, the father actually reappeared, connected back with the wife, connected back with the kids. During the wedding, or when I guess they was having a discussion about who's walking her down the aisle, and the daughter said that she wanted her real father to walk her down the aisle. The stepfather, became upset because he felt like, basically I took care of you, I raised you, and I helped pay for your wedding. And he basically, I guess, assumed that it was going to be him who do it. So he was wondering, was he wrong for feeling some type of way that she wanted her real father to walk her down the aisle? Siobhan?
So I can understand him feeling that way, right? But I think I can also understand, as a woman who was in a similar situation like that, I can understand her still wanting her father to walk her down the aisle, because that's her biological father. They had reconnected, a lot, as a girl, you love your father. So it's like the stepfather, that's great, but he can't replace her biological father. But I understand how he would feel that way. I think it should have been a conversation like beforehand, before he dished out all that money, to be like, I really appreciate what you did for me, but I really love my dad and I want him to walk me down the aisle. You know what I mean? Just so he wouldn't feel used. So I think it should have been a conversation about it before all of that.
Tioma. Because I ain't calling no biggie.
I don't think he'd be wrong for feeling the type of way. I would have felt the type of way too. He better than me. The whole wedding would have been off. I'd have told the wedding mom, I'd have destroyed that place. Let your biological father pay for the wedding now, since you want him walking down the aisle. He should have had both of them walk her down the aisle if that's the case.
Yeah,
and if she didn't want to go with that, like I said, I'm going to set it off in this junk. The real pops is gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I would definitely. He probably was crushed. Like that probably hurt him, did, you know? So I mean, yeah, the wedding got to get destroyed. I'm sorry, that's all I got.
That's it.
He gonna
Miss
be
T?
throwing over. He gonna be throwing over tables.
Yeah.
This.
No, I think it's valid for him to feel some type of way, because he stepped into that role for whatever reason when the father wasn't there. So he should have been honored to have that experience. I think it should have just been both. Or it could have been one walked her down halfway, the other one could have walked her down the rest of the way and took her to the to-be husband or whatever. But yeah, I think his emotion was valid.
Yeah. Actually being a girl dad, having two daughters, having a 25-year-old, about to be 26 in 2 weeks. I think I can understand on both ends, even though I'm an active parent. Of course, my daughter knows that even just a suggestion, oh, well, my mother boyfriend, what? Like, that would have been a no-brainer right then and there. She already feel like I got issues. So she knows that would have never been the case. But also being in a position of dating a woman with a daughter that I was real fond of, and her father was fickle in and out, I think I would have had a problem, but I could have been okay with it because at the end of the day, I would have been saying, that's not my day. I think my whole issue would have been, I should have known this before I paid for the wedding.
Right. Exactly.
And that, like anything else, like, look, we talking about the wedding, blah, blah, blah. I want my father to walk me down, this and third, hope it's no problem. Then I would have been like, well, okay. Now, if you ask me for like some money for the wedding, that is going to determine how much. Now, the fact that basically, because I forgot the article, but I know he paid for a lot of the wedding, if not the whole wedding or something like that. So I think that would have been
minimized his feelings. Like the wife made it seem like it wasn't a big deal. Yeah.
Everybody made it seem as though he was over exaggerating how he felt. Now, and I think, you know what though, articles like this and stuff like that makes guys skeptical about dating women with kids.
Yeah.
Like people don't never think about how a guy can get connected to a child and then the child just dismiss them. People don't, and we all just say, oh, well, that's a child, or oh, that's just, how these 20-year-olds or these 30, how people is. And it's like, I fed that goddamn child. Like, I clothed it, like, I took care of that child like my own. So people don't understand that men can get that attached, and for something like that to happen, for you to just say, what you done for me for the last 20 years don't mean anything.
Right.
Yeah, I would have been more so about my money. More so about my money with this wedding, I'd have been upset. What they said in the comment.
Bossman919 says, as he should feel some type of way. Why not? Josh said, why not both of them walk her down the aisle? Ari said she should have said both. And Bossman919 said he would feel used. And Big Tokyo says, I would knock all that stuff over.
Yeah.
That's right.
Before we go into the next question, can we do a commercial break right quick to talk about
sure.
19? Okay. All right. So
I was gonna I was gonna save some time for that. I'm gonna save some time for that. I'm monitoring it. Yeah. I'm gonna save some time for that. Matter of fact, this will be the last question, and we can get into that as well as because we didn't get a chance to do the Dating 101 cards last week, and we could get into that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what happened was again the guy on the microphone, he walking up to these women, and he asked them a question. The question was either cheat on your mate or tell on your friend. Most of the women, and I'm gonna be honest, most of the women said cheat on their mate. Even the guys lied. I mean, let's be honest. The guys was with their girl, and they was like, "Oh no, I'm telling." Like we all know it was lying, but at least they was clever enough to do it. But my question to the panel is this. Do y'all check y'all friends when they are dogging out a good person? Miss Carter, I'm going to start with you.
Do I check my friends when they're dogging out their mate?
Yeah, and you know they're actually dogging out someone good.
Yeah, I would say something. Because, you know, if they're my friends and I have gotten to know their mate as well, so that becomes like my brother, I'll be like, yeah, so I would say something. I ain't going to say what I would say, but yeah, I would. You know, I definitely would. Yeah.
Miss T, do you check your friends if they decide to dog out, you know, their mate and you know it's a good person?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I wouldn't be a friend if I didn't say, okay, you slipping. This is not cool. Because, you know, karma. I'm all about, you know, you are going to attract what you put out there. So if you continue to use a person or cheat on a person or whatever it is and it's not fair, I'm gonna call you out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Look at T.
Man, y'all kind of
That's a lie.
No, that's a lie. Because
That's
listen,
a lie.
I'm not gonna say. Okay, I'm not gonna necessarily say
We don't do it the way y'all
I'm
do
not
it. Go
gonna
ahead.
necessarily say I check them because it's two sides to every coin, right? I might not know why he dogging her, or she might seem like a great person to me, or it seemed like it's okay, but what's going on behind closed doors, I might not know nothing about, and it might be driving him away. But I will say, hey, bro, like, you try, like, what you doing? Like, don't she do this for you and do that for you? Why you doing that? And then he gonna say, well, she crazy as a mug. You know what I'm saying? And woo, this, that, and third. And then I might be like, well, you right. You might need to step up. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say, I'm gonna inquire. I'm not gonna check. I'm not gonna say, you wrong, bro. You shouldn't be doing that. No, I'm just inquire. You know, why are you doing this? Like, what is causing you to make these moves that you're making?
Okay.
Most men, we don't check our friends in that manner. We make statements like, let's say we out and we, you know, some women over there being flirtatious with us, and you know, I see them, what's name? I be like, all right, if so and so catch you, I don't want you at my door crying and laughing, and now you sitting there, all you're doing is trying to put something on his head. You know you're gonna be mad if she leave, chill your butt out. Like that's what we do. Now we ain't gonna be like, hey, bruh, you know you got a good girl at home, you got a woman like what's like. That ain't what we do. But we do throw them subliminals out there. Go ahead.
Rez checked me before, like, I ain't gonna say what he said, but it was a minute ago. He said a little something to me, but he said it a couple times though. I was like, dang, he got a little point or whatever. But yeah, you know, he's speaking facts though.
Yeah, we check our friends, but we don't have to come down on our friends, because at the end of the day, you're still a man. You're still gonna do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And just like T said, you know, like, dang, Slim, don't you got a good one? Like, you know, like T said, there's two sides to every coin. They might turn, nah, bruh. Oh, I ain't tell you about when I caught her, all them numbers in her. Oh, for real? Like, oh, okay. But from the beginning, we're gonna throw those subliminal messages out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bruh, you know if you get caught, you ain't gonna like what's going out there. Yeah, you're right. Like, that's mostly how we check our friends. I know all y'all, it seemed like everybody got scared when they thought I was going to ask that question. You know, cheat on your mate or... So I left it alone.
I want to know, though. I want to know. I hate that little video or whatever. I hate it. Y'all so scandalous.
But go first then, T. Cheat on your mate or snitch on your homie.
Huh? I think you can ask them.
I'm asking the panel. If I ask, I gotta ask the panel.
I'm telling on my homie. I'm telling on my homie. I love my girl. I'ma love my girl. I'm telling my homie. I find a new best friend.
Black men don't cheat.
Yeah, black men don't cheat.
Miss Siobhan.
Let's talk about this. What's the likelihood of us having to make that choice?
Exactly.
You know, like, why would I answer that? Because I'm not gonna be put in that situation no how. So why even entertain that? I don't think it's logical to entertain that.
It's logical. Okay. boss underscore man 19. Hey, Butch, why you put all this extra stuff? Just put Butch up there next time. That's because they cheat anyway. Big Tokyo say sure do. That Toki. Peaches said absolutely.
They talking about the question that you asked. She said, "Sure do. Do you check your friends?" That's what she's talking about.
Oh, yeah. No, they don't. No.
She said, "I'd be like you. Wow, shaking my head." Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna end the questions right there to give us, because again, Instagram be kind of like cutting us off, but we needed time to talk about what we got going on August the 19th. Siobhan, Miss T, the stage is yours.
Okay, so I'm so excited. Like I said, I just met Miss T from Singles Pop-Up a couple of weeks ago, and we had a great meeting with her and Chanel, her business partner, and we just talked about how we can collaborate. Dating one-on-one card game, Singles Pop-Up. We talking about relationships, talking about singles. So we might as well come together and do something, and we are doing something on August 19th. So Miss T, can you tell us about this event?
Yes. So, I'm so excited. I'm always excited when I have an event. I need more men to hint.
Yeah.
So we're doing an event at Air Lounge. It's going to be August 19th at 7 p.m. And it's a spin on speed dating, where we're not just putting people in front of people and they just talk, hi, how are you? I'm from here. I went to school here. No, I want people to dig a little deeper. And so the cards is going to really help us get people to actually I think when you do things like a game, it creates the competitiveness. It's going to be men versus women. So these the topics are going to be like their version, our version, and then there's going to be some voting going on. So we're going to see who really knows how to date. We know it anyway. But we're gonna do some game. We're gonna get some competition, and that way, that kind of like loosens people up, make people more, themselves, and kind of take those walls down and just enjoy yourself, right? Drinks, eating, games, and so that's what we're gonna do. So we want y'all to come out.
So what's some of the other places that y'all have had these pop-ups at?
So Singles Pop-Up has been, we've been at Focus. We've been at Swahili Village, Five Sisters in Laurel. We really found a location yet in Virginia. So what my plan, or at least what I want to do, is have pop-ups in the district, Maryland, and Virginia, so that we can bring people together. Because I know sometimes people live in a bubble, and they don't really want to go outside their comfort zone. So we're trying to bring the pop-up to you. So that's why I call it pop-up, because I just want you to, feel comfortable in saying, oh yeah, that's in my backyard. I'm gonna go pop in and see what it's all about. So we want people to come out and have a good time. I'm not trying to match make, and even though people keep telling me I should, but I want it to be organic. I want people to be comfortable in their own skin, having some fun, interacting with people who are all in the same boat, and build a community. And it doesn't have to always be a community of romance. It could be a friendship. It could be a business partner. Anything can come out of it. So I want people to come with an open mind, and understand that being single is not a death sentence. Being single is a time for you to explore who you are, to love on yourself, and to know how you want to receive love. So let's all just get together and talk it out, and build some really lasting relationships. So follow us on social media. We always have stuff. We're doing something for couples the end of the month. We're gonna do like dancing. Got a dance instructor. I've teamed up with this glamping company that actually does date night setups for picnics and things like that. They're gonna be out. That's gonna be in Charles County. And then I'm teamed up with a group of guys, it's a men's group, and we're really going to have a panel discussion and just try to find a way for us to have common ground and love on each other and be there for each other.
I love it. I love it. So this all sounds amazing, and we just need people to come out. And I know one of the things you said, Miss T, was that it's tough to get men out. So
Yeah.
Tioma, Reggie, help us. Like, how do we get men to come to these type of events?
I know it's hard.
Oh, both you ask both people at the same time. Man.
So just jump in if you got.
No, I mean,
whoever.
just say it's gonna be some ladies there. They should come out.
That's
all you gotta
all
Now we know the ratio is more women to men. They gonna come out now. Y'all done already did it.
Believe it or
Y'all
not,
did
they
the work.
don't. Believe it.
Okay.
No, they going to. They hear me talking. They going to.
Okay.
we got to
work.
encourage to realize that it is a lot late. You know, a lot of things when it comes to men like stuff organic more than I think women do. Like women is good with structuring, having speed dating, things like that. But with men, we wouldn't mind a competitive type a term. Like you said, it's men versus women. Like, hey, let's go out. There's none force. It's just you out having a good time. You know, is it a price attached to this, Ms. T?
Yeah, so it's free. I think we made it free if you just want to participate, but we're also raffling off a bottle of champagne. So the ticket is $10 if you want to participate and be in the raffle for the bottle of champagne.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, it's at Air Restaurant and Lounge up in Adams Morgan. Now, I've been there. I love the spot. I haven't been back, but I was wasted at the brunch. I'm gonna just say that. And this was just all the different mimosas. They just kept bringing them, y'all. They just kept bringing them. It's not like me.
All their fault. Yeah.
It's not like me to keep drinking, but they just kept bringing them. They just kept bringing them. So April 19th, we're gonna have Miss T. August 19th.
Yes.
We're gonna have Miss T as well as her associate on next week again with us. We continue to talk about it, get us ready for it. We're going to have some more great discussion. We still got some few minutes, so you know what time it is. It's the Dating 101 card game after dark. Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all haven't got y'all card game. Peaches, she's one of our good friends. She actually came aboard a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, of course, T always have his.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
All right. What non-sexual act turns you on, Tioma?
Non-sexual.
Non-sexual.
Playing in my head. That's non-sexual, right?
Yeah, that's non-sexual.
I mean, it leads to it, but that's not like what? Like I don't know.
That's not.
Listen.
Oh.
Sex is on my mind a lot, y'all. Y'all can't ask me questions and expect me to give you like some real deep, elaborate answers.
Wow. That's so
I keep it simple.
Okay.
It's on my work.
Reggie?
Not work. Just good conversation. It's not sexual. Good conversation. I'm a psychosexual. Like I keep getting talked to psychosexual. So good conversation turns me on. Good conversation, you know, and we could just be talking about the most random stuff, but intelligence is just it just takes me there.
Okay. All right, Miss T.
I have to agree. An intellectual conversation, and who can have a dialogue is very sexy. It's a turn off if every answer is yeah, no, maybe, sometime.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know your thoughts and how you process. So that's definitely a turn off for me. That's not sexual.
Okay. All right. For me, it's flirting. Like just being flirty, giving me words of affirmation because that's my love language. So anytime he's, complimentary, flirty, that kind of stuff, that definitely turns me on.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all had some great answers. Kudos to y'all.
We have. Did they say something in the comments before I go?
Yeah. So Peaches said head rubs, rubbing, laying together, good conversation, sharing emotions. Yeah. My skin naturally. Hey, girl. Talking dirty to my dude and being told it's working. Sapiosexual. I talking.
Yeah. One last question of the card deck. We still got enough time since we didn't get a chance to do it last week because they cut us off.
Okay, I don't know if I asked this one before. How important is it for your partner to climax? Have I asked that before? Reggie?
Nah, you never asked that.
To me, it is very important. It actually is a turn on. If when I know that my partner actually, was satisfied, even at this point, that's when the dude get that, da-da-da-da, like, I feel like I've done that, like, me. So it's very important.
Okay, Miss T?
What was the question again?
How important is it for your partner to climax?
It's very important because I want them to feel like, hey, that was good, and yeah. So you want them to walk away being pleased and fulfilled.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Tiama?
It's very important. But I'm gonna be honest, sometimes you can't please everybody. You ever have one of those times when you're doing it and it's just so hard, it's just hard for like, why you haven't climaxed yet? Like normally it don't take this much. Like I'm putting in all this extra effort. Like now you better get yours because I'm gonna get mine. And if I get mine, I'm okay with you being mad at me because guess what? My endorphins have risen and have been released. So I'm so much at peace and relaxed that I'm not even mad that you mad. Okay. I just say I owe you one. I got you. See you next time.
Next time, just flip her.
Yeah, next time you got to go a little harder next time.
Just gotta flip it.
Look, I'm the one out the group that's gonna be honest with y'all.
But I'm kind of with T. It's important to me as long as you don't do it first. Like, let me go first and then you can go. But don't. Yeah.
You have 1 minute to read those comments before Instagram shuts us off.
All right, my skin athlete said it's a turn on. He needs to vocalize it. He has on a superhero cape. And she also says T is absolutely 100 and hilarious.
Okay.
Right.
Y'all know what it is. It's a homeboys conversation. Oh, Big T, that's what Tiama. I don't know which T she talking about. She just put it up there.
Yeah, because she came late, so she didn't know Miss T was T too.
Oh, she ain't. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Talking always does it.
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is. The Homeboys Conversation, collaboration with Dating 101 Podcast, as well as pop-up dating. What's the? I need to know that.
Single pop-up.
Singles pop-up. Again, we're going to be, she's going to be at Air DC August 19th. She's going to be back on with us next week for more wonderful, colorful conversation from your whole gang. Again, thanks for everybody for, coming out. Miss My Skin Naturally, you was late this week, but we ain't going to hold that against you, our regular. We'll talk to y'all later, y'all.
Peace.
All right, y'all. The time ain't really come up yet, right? There you go.
Time ain't come up yet.
There you go. We got 27 seconds. We got 27 seconds. I just want to say I appreciate all y'all for always tuning in every Monday, our regulars, even the new people for coming on, man. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Now we really, really out because the time.
Yeah.
All right,
y'all. Join us every Monday at 9 p.m. on IG Live for Homeboys Conversation After Dark with Dating 101 Card Game. And make sure you like, comment, and share.